with Buddhism, the aspects that science comprehends, vacuum and Big Bang, but not Emancipation and Juki. Can science understand the four forces of this universe, the idea of the nothingness and Sarvarupasandarshana which Buddha Shakayamuni spoke of, but science still cannot understand Emancipation and Juki. Emancipation that causes a vacuum, and Juki that is an instruction to the liberated person.
はい、こんにちは。科学がですね、だいたい発達してきて、
Hi, hello. Let's look back and see how science has developed. In cosmology, 2,500 years ago, when Aristotle was looking at the sea, the sail tip of a ship approaching over the horizon became visible, and gradually it turned into a sail, and he could see the whole thing. When he saw this, he discovered that the earth was round. This was the beginning of the heliocentric theory, that the universe revolves around the earth.
で、ここから、進んで、地球の周りを宇宙が回ってるっていう天動説が始まって、逆にガリレオとかプトレマウスの時代に地球は太陽の回ってる恒星の一つであるって言われて、
On the
いじめを受けましたね。
contrary, in the days of Galileo and Ptolemy, they were ridiculed for claiming that the earth was one of the planets orbiting the sun. Later, in Newton's time, this became a commonplace idea. Newton invented pivotal tools of mathematics, such as the sine, cosine, and tangent, to measure the angle of the planets orbiting the sun. The differential and integral calculus was also used to calculate the motion and orbit of celestial bodies. Newton also discovered gravity. Einstein took this further and said that light was composed of particles, and his theory revealed an explanation of the passage of time. Humans see things by observing the light which characterizes the time lapse in our world. The particles are moving, so if you look at the moon from above the earth, the time is different. This means that what you see is already in the past. So Einstein discovered that we all live in different time and space, even within the same universe. And furthermore, Schrödinger discovered that in a state where all the information is gathered together, it is a state in which we cannot determine anything with absolute certainty. But Heisenberg said, if there was nothing, there would be no observer nor anything to observe. So it would be impossible to know if the state of being itself existed or not. It's called the uncertainty principle. There has to be a point of perspective in the empty vacuum. Any observation needs to have a position. You need time and space. When one position is determined, the existing body in that position will have infinite possibilities from that position. What the position will be from that body 10 minutes later is uncertain. There is an infinite amount of information in the vacuum. In a parallel universe, if you are here now, 10 minutes later, you will be born in all kinds of patterns. No, within a moment, all kinds of possible manifestation of you are born. This is the idea of parallel universes.
これがもう平行宇宙
Henceforth, physics has not found conclusive solutions.
もう物理学って全然発展しなくなっちゃって、ホーキングも結局、じゃあ宇宙が始
Hawking
まったその
also
特異点って何
wondered
だろうと
what
か、
that singularity was in which the universe started and speculated about the black holes. This is about as far as physics goes.
で、結局、ホーキングもこの時間と空間の宇宙は自らを真空から生み出す。
After all, Hawking also said that the universe of time and space created itself out of the vacuum, and in the end, it kind of ended up like a line that might appear in anime and comic cartoons. This is the terminal of physics.
ここで物理学の終点だったんですけど、物理学で仏教の大乗仏教、法華経に迫った一言っていうのは、ビッグバンっていう言葉ですね。何もない真空の中に。
A single word in physics that comes close to the Mahayana of Buddhism, namely the Lotus Sutra, is Big Bang.
の3つの状態になって、それがバーンと爆発した空間的広がりですね。
The singularity in the empty vacuum, it is a state of the highest degree of density, and it explodes with a bang. It's a special spread. This has come to be known as the Big Bang. For the first time, the term Big Bang has come to be applied to the Buddhist term Sarvarupasandarshana.
で、初めて仏教の現一切色心三昧って言葉にビッグバンって言葉が当てはめられるようになったんですよ。じゃあなんで、何もない真空から
Then, why does this Big Bang from the vacuum happen? What is the empty vacuum?
色即是空の空とか、
It is, after all, the emptiness or the nothingness of everything is nothing, mushohonin in Japanese, that I often mention, the state in which nothing has
そ
begun.
こから総転移とか、
It's the vacuum before the universe begins for the first time, though it's not complete nothingness, but something that has some kind of active energy. That's where a phase transition or a Big Bang happens, and such terminology was born.
でビッグバンが起こって何もない真空が時間と空間を生み出す。
In short, here, out of the empty vacuum, the universe creates itself. That is the concept of vacuum.
いよいよ物理学でイコール無償放任っていう考え方が
In other words, the idea that the nothingness or mushohonin appeared in physics and science for the first time. The idea that a Big Bang occurred from an empty vacuum creating time and space called phase transition was introduced.
ここで現一切色心三昧と、色即
This is where the idea of Sarvarupasandarshana and nothingness of everything is nothing, namely mushohonin, finally appeared in physics.
だけどなんで生まれるのかわからないと。何もない無償放任から
But why was the universe born? The physicists don't understand it.
なんで現一切色心三昧
They don't know why time and space were created with the power of Sarvarupasandarshana from the nothingness, mushohonin.
言葉ってのは私がいつも口癖のように言ってる。
The word that applies here is what I've been saying. I mean that it's a Juki.
科学では
In science, neither Stephen Hawking nor Einstein were able to apply a scientific term, concept, or law that corresponds to the word of Juki. Science can't find Juki. Do you understand?
時期っていうものを見つけられないんですよ、科学で。
In the vacuum of nothingness that existed before the Big Bang and Sarvarupasandarshana, physicists found this Buddhist concept by applying the word vacuum that existed before the Big Bang and the beginning of the universe.
仏教のこの概念を
concepts of Sarvarupasandarshana and the nothingness of everything is nothing, that is, 無常本人, were founded. Then, why did the Big Bang occur in that vacuum? Science has not yet found the cause of this. Juki. Moreover, the vacuum of nothingness before the beginning of the universe is due to the Buddha's liberation of his disciples in the third dimension. From this liberation, a vacuum was created. And if Jukis are given to his disciples, the power of Sarvarupasandarshana will create big bangs, and time and space will be born. This is it, but in the end, they discovered the vacuum, where there was nothing. They also discovered the nothingness of everything is nothing. But how is Sarvarupasandarshana caused in the vacuum? I mean, they understand that a Big Bang happens and space-time is born. However, regarding the cause of that, scientists can't find any corresponding scientific terms for the liberation of Tathagata's disciples.
まず下脱させるとでしょう。下脱させるっていう科学用語は見つからないと。下脱させるっていうことを科学用語で見つけられないと。
Furthermore, science has not yet found this Buddhist term of Shakayamuni Buddha called Juki, which causes the Big Bang.
で、さらにそこにビッグバンを起こすジュキっていう、このお釈迦様の仏教用語を科学がまだ見つけられない。
So they still cannot know what Emancipation and Juki are.
下脱とジュキって言葉がですね、
So science applied the words Big Bang and vacuum before the beginning of the universe to the words Sarvarupasandarshana and nothingness of everything is nothing. In this way, when science is able to apply new words to the words of Emancipation and Juki and discover them as law, this world will be transformed into a Buddha land.
ですから科学は、色即是空の空と現一切色心三昧を
That is to say, science was able to find the nothingness of everything is nothing and Sarvarupasandarshana in scientific terms, which are vacuum before the beginning of the universe and Big Bang. But why was the vacuum created? What caused the vacuum and for what purpose? Emancipation and Juki. Science cannot locate these two words as concepts of natural laws or principles. Thus, regarding the words Emancipation, Juki, the nothingness before the universe began, and the Big Bang, if these four words are aligned, it is the grand unified field theory. If these four words become one in you, you will understand why the Big Bang was caused in the empty vacuum and why you are here now. That is to say, your past Tathagata liberated you and you were given a Juki. Consequently, you caused a Big Bang with the power of Sarvarupasandarshana and created the space in the empty vacuum.
た時があなたの中で悟りが開いた時で、これを大統一場理論ですよ。大統一
When you realize this, that's when you become enlightened. This is the grand unified field theory.
場理論ってのは方程式の言葉にはならないけど、あなたの中の納得理解っていうこと。
The grand unified field theory is not an equation or a scientific term or word. It exists in the language of conviction and understanding in you. The grand unified field theory exists in the language of enlightenment. So, do you understand
言
this?
葉で存在してるんですよ。悟りという言葉で大統一場理論というのは存在してるんですよ。はい、分かったでしょうか。ですからまとめると4つの法則が
In summary, you need 4 laws. One of the most important laws is the empty vacuum. Physicists found this.
一つが何もない真空。
Next, the Big Bang, Sarvarupasandarshana. This is what physics found.
だけど、人間を下脱させることによって真空は生まれると。
The vacuum is created when a Tathagata liberates his disciples. This is Emancipation. This emancipation has not yet been discovered in scientific theory.
そこにジュキで、ジュキってことを授けて、
The third law is the Juki. Juki is given to the disciples to cause big bangs.
ビッグバンを起こす。
This concept of Juki has not yet been discovered. Sarvarupasandarshana and the Nothingness are discovered, but Emancipation and Juki have not yet been found. Tathagata liberates the disciples and the state of vacuum is created. Then he gives Jukis to raise the big bangs and create spaces in the empty vacuum. Yes, that's it. 2 of these 4-step concepts have been established. The first 2 concepts haven't been found yet.
これちょうど今の物理学が、強い相互作用と電磁気力を
The latter 2 of 4 fundamental forces were established. Today's physics integrated the strong interaction and electromagnetic forces into a set of equations. It looks like they are almost unifying the 3 forces, but still they can't. They don't even know what the 4th force is. These things are corresponding. You see? I will say the important words one more time. The Big Bang, the Nothingness, the Emancipation which creates nothingness not yet discovered by science, and Juki, which is given by Tathagatas, liberating the disciples who are in the state of nothingness.
そして真空を作った中にジュキっていうものを授けるこの如来の
Science can't find this thing called Juki.
科学がこれをジュキっていうものを見つけられないんですよ。ビッグバンと真空は見つけられたんですけど、下脱とジュキを見つけられないと。
Scientific theorists were able to find the Big Bang and the vacuum, but they have not been able to find the Emancipation and Juki.
はい。こういう状況なんですよ。ですから仏教で科学説明すると今みたいな言葉になりますね。
This is the situation. So, the Buddhist way of explaining science is in these terms, as I have explained now. Alright,
はい、今日は以上です。
that's all for today.